Tell me about Buffalo's offense. Give me a point that's good, and then give me something you worry about on the Buffalo offense.
Yeah, it's interesting. From last week against the Baltimore Ravens, I really feel like Joe Brady understands how to call games appropriately to the opponent that they're playing. So I really do believe that the stat line essentially for the Buffalo Bills will look almost identical to what we saw against the Baltimore Ravens. It's going to be balanced passing attack, easy completions. Josh Allen only threw down the field, it seemed like, on 2 or 3 occasions.
Right.
Try to control the line of scrimmage and be patient in the running game. Be patient in the running game. Let Cook, let Johnson, let Ray Davis run the football in there and not even worry about if it's for gains of 4 or 5. We're running it to establish the line of scrimmage, to hit the other team, to control the tempo of the game. And we also know that we're going to sprinkle in some Josh Allen runs too in spread formations where you got to decide, are we going to play coverage? Are we going to play the box? So I think Joe Brady's got a really good pulse for how his team is playing right now. And they have a good array of skill players that I think matches up very well with the Kansas City Chiefs defense if they can block them up well.
Right. I'll say this about Buffalo's offense. I like their chances better than I did the Houston Texans. One, the offensive line is better.
Right.
You said it. They stay with the run game. They're not afraid. The running backs can make plays when there's nothing there. All of them. I mean, man, it's a triple header there.
It is.
And James Cook, nobody ever talks about him. But, man, I've never seen a guy go into the middle of the line, maybe a little right of the center, and then he gains 15 because he ran around the right side all the way out. He can just bounce it out and go. Mm-hmm. And they will be patient with it. What scares me about Buffalo, too, this is a big, powerful, well-coached defense they're going against.
Right.
And, man, Matt, they're deep at defensive end, and they're deep at defensive tackle.
Right.
They take big old Chris Jones. In fact, I can't remember when I watched it. I should have paid attention. Did he play much defensive tackle? He was out there on the defensive end. And, man, oh, man, Chris Jones, it's the best. He was fast. He was mobile as hell. Yeah. Limber. He's kind of got that body. It's not the prettiest body in the world. But, man, I mean that in respect. But, man, he can really make it happen, just the moving and –
yeah,
I'd hate to be a tackle, have to block him every damn week, make my living, because you won't get much money if that's your living, blocking him every single week. And Karlaftis, that worries me too. He's playing really well. He's another one. They draft him every year. You watch Karlaftis, George Karlaftis.
There you go.
He's gotten better every year.
Yeah.
And he really jumps out as I watch games this year. I hear his name more and more. And you said it earlier, Omenihu. Holy crap. He's just a great looking guy.
Right.
And he can turn the corner too and run games and all that. So and I'm talking about Kansas City's defense more than Buffalo's offense, because you hit it really well. Can Buffalo get away from the Kansas City DBs? Man, I worry about that. Can Buffalo, when the Kansas City blitzes, which they do quite a bit, and it's very clever, will they be ready for all that to stop the bad plays for their offense?
Right.
That would really – I think my biggest concern is I think they'll be able to protect Josh Allen enough, but I look at that receiving core for the Buffalo Bills, and if you said match them up against the DBs of Kansas City, I'm taking Kansas City's DBs.
Yeah, I hear you. And really, we're going against one of the most proven commodities in all of football, and that's Spags and what he does in big-time situations for his team and his defense. And there's a reason why he's won as many Super Bowls as he has as a defensive coordinator. And but you make some great points. I think what it comes down to, both teams are going to play, I think, with a very similar strategy.
Good point.
This isn't going to be like how it was 3 years ago, or even how it was earlier in the year. I think both teams will really approach this the same exact way of we're going to slug it out. If the big play, of course, there could be times that it happens. I don't expect Travis Kelce to be wide ass open over the middle of the field like he was against the Houston Texans, where no one even was looking at him for whatever reason. I think that the Buffalo Bills will be able to cover on the back end. I think Bernard being healthy is huge for this football team. Matt Milano being healthy, Taron Johnson being healthy. He did leave the game, but he came back in it. last week. So he is absolutely huge. DeMar Hamlin's playing really good football for this team at the moment. The guys that I think really need to be like special though, AJ Epinesa and Greg Rousseau. I think those are the guys that like they got to have a day to really.
They're going to be on the tackles. They're going to be on the tackles. Jawan Taylor, right tackle, Joe Tooney, left tackle, undersized guard that moves out. Man, you think, what's the big deal? Then you see him out there on the field, and you go, wow, these tackles, we're used to seeing somebody's easy 325, 350, whatever.
Yeah.
And but he stands in there pretty damn well doing that. But yeah, I'll say this too. So we're doing Kansas City offense a little against the Buffalo defense. You did the defense really well. Travis Kelce, Matt, man, as I've said 1,000 times, he's just got it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got it. He just has a great feel how to play football, how to play the tight end position. And I got to tell you this too, against Houston, I know they blew some coverages, all that other stuff, but man, he is clever, quick, and he looks bigger and faster than he has this year. Am I right or wrong?
I don't know about the fast part about it, but he is slick, and he's got great awareness and feel. And it almost works, I think, to his benefit that he is patient as a runner and not moving too fast, because everyone else is running full speed to try to hit him hard, and he just kind of stops.
It's unbelievable.
So he's got a little bit of a savvy YMCA vet basketball player where he's not really running that fast, but he's slick, and for some reason he still gets open. He still gets easy layups.
He crouches a little when he runs too. He's like, look, where are they coming from? And you're right. He can stop quick. Guys run by him. I was really impressed with just the way he played the game. And, I think when you talk about the Kansas City receivers, it'll just come down to this. Are they a non-factor, but they do have some speed? Can they make a few plays that probably could end up deciding the game? Can Worthy get out there and make a big play down the field that's in a big moment? Maybe it is the deciding factor. And what's the other thing, too, when we talk about Kansas City offense? Let's do it this. What's the most important thing for Buffalo's defense against Kansas City's offense?
The point that you're making could be said about both defenses, and that is to limit the quarterback scrambles by both Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes in big situations, especially in third and mediums.
Well, I was trying to get you, so I didn't expect you to answer it damn right.
Well, damn. I mean, but that is the key, I think, for both. And I guess I have a little bit more faith in the Chiefs' defensive line being able to keep contained because of their size and physicality, like you said, and their versatility, than the Buffalo Bills keeping lane integrity.
Hey, I know CBS is doing the game. The game, it's a game of the big team, which is the Chiefs, against the faster team. And I know Josh Allen said, I'm tired of hearing that we're undersized and all this stuff. Well, I'm sorry, Josh. We're in this business. That's kind of how I look at it.
That's the truth.
This defense of the Chiefs, across that front, it's big and it's athletic. It's mobile. They got it all up there, and they got depth. So then they got Trent McDuffie. I don't know how much money he makes, but he needs more.
Yeah, right.
Man, it's unbelievable how he can just lock on to these guys and really be in position to make so many plays. And what's great about modern day right now, all you do is type his name in and then see the number of passes, and you just watch him.
Right.
And then it becomes even more clearer. You go, damn, I don't know if he's the best DB in the NFL, but he's close if he's not.
He's damn close. And you're right. He's a great matchup. Jalen Watson being healthy, and even though the fact that he was out for an extended period of time, looked like he adjusted pretty quickly considering how well he played against the Texans. I mean, no doubt there's a few catches made on him, but overall he looked damn good. And that's where I find it interesting how will Joe Brady attack the secondary? What will be that focus that way? We haven't really seen. Really, it's amazing. The big name receivers for both teams did nothing last week. So
Right.
does that change this weekend? Does Amari Cooper and Keon Coleman make a play? Does DeAndre Hopkins, make a play for the Kansas City Chiefs? It was good to see Xavier Worthy with his little back shoulder catch there versus man coverage. That's like a skill that if he can establish that with his speed, he's going to be unstoppable. But yeah, curious to see if the big name guys make plays, or is it going to be focused again around the tight ends, the quarterback, and the running backs being really the main cornerstone of the success for both offenses?
My last thing would be this: Keon Coleman, and who else did you say? What was the other receiver?
Amari Cooper.
Oh, well, yeah, Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
I think they both will have a really hard time against this Kansas City secondary.
Right.
I really do. Amari Cooper's a good receiver. He's got great knowledge, all that stuff. But, is he got that one step to get him ahead and get him open? And Keon Coleman is a rookie, still not, a finished product. I think he's going to have a hard time against this too. And I guess my last thing is this. We didn't even talk about this. Kansas City, I'll go back to their offense real quick. Can they run the ball? Pacheco, Hunt, it's, that run game has not been great of late.
No.
And so that'll be it. It's many.
It's not impressive, but it does seem like when they need the tough 4 or 5 yards, they seem to get it done. That's what's interesting too. Like when they kind of smell blood in the water in these certain situations and that fringe area, red zone area, it does seem like they get those tough yards they need to just kind of keep the offense moving along.
All right. Well, we got some 4 good teams.
Well, wait, what's your score for this one? Who are you picking?
Oh, yeah, we got to have a thing. Okay. I'm going to say Kansas City is going to win. I'm going to say 20 to 13.
20-13. I like that a lot. Philly boy. Okay. Bills 24. Kansas City Chiefs 23.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you go. So
but I'm going to take the Bills to win in this one.
You are? Okay. Well, give me a score. So we talk about it next week. We're going to relive this, and I want to know the predictions and what we do and who got it right and who got it wrong. So there we go.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just being a total fan this weekend too. I really am. I would love to see a Commanders-Bills game for the Super Bowl, because it's just, who the hell would have predicted that one? First of all, it's a little bit of a throwback too. So I like to think about that, just like, Bills Mafia, versus the Commanders and kind of the history there. So I look forward to that, but still, either way, can't go wrong. I really look forward to this weekend. I think, no matter how it matches up, it's going to be a good one for the Super Bowl.
My pet peeve of the week, well, it could be every week. I'm so sick of hearing about, it's just nothing but the quarterback. It has nothing to do with anything else. Can he break through? Can he do it? Oh, my God. Always, all of them. It'll be said about C.J. Stroud. Jalen Hurts. It won't be about Jaden Daniels, but it's unbelievable. The conversation is just so focused on one person.
Yeah.
It takes, so much. It's just, I don't know. Why do we got to do this? I guess it's for the fans. Is that why it is that way? We just talk nothing about the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Because we trained them. You can say, well, it's the coach and this. They go, I quit making excuses. I don't know. I watched TV this morning. I was like, I literally turned it off. Oh my God. It's just, I didn't know it. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes just come out the midfield and fight. And then whoever wins, that's it. Because it's just those two.
That'd be really entertaining though. I would totally tune in to watch that.
Quarterbacks can't fight. Well, some can.
I bet you those two can.
Yeah, they're both big dudes. I said they talk about, everybody thinks Patrick Mahomes is like some little guy. He's every bit of 6'3", and he's got a rear end and legs like a damn fullback. So,
yeah.
Okay. So he's a big dude. And, I'll tell you what, too. I was out there a couple years ago, standing behind him, watching him warm up. Man, it's fun to watch it. It comes out of that hand pretty damn good.
Yeah, he throws it well. There's no doubt about that. He wouldn't be one of the best of all time if he didn't. All right, big guy. You the man.
All right.
So I got the Commanders and the Bills in Super Bowl, and you got the Eagles and the Chiefs. So, I went with the underdogs. You're going with the obvious, and we'll see who comes out on the other end.